little video with tips and tricks that I picked up along the way that has helped me become better at doing 360s on flat on my skates. And I thought I'd share those tips and tricks with you guys because it's so much fun to do 360s. It can be really scary, and I really wanted to share it so we can all spin around the world. So some of these tricks are things that I've just come to think of along the way when I've tried to do 360s. I've noticed certain things don't work, certain things work way better. So it's that and a bunch of other videos that I've been watching that I'm going to link to you guys as well that have been really good and helping me progress. And I think us all sharing what works for us is what's going to help build a good platform of information so we can all do 360s. So let's get started. First, I started doing a lot of 360s on flat without my skates on. That's basically where I started. I just started popping in 360 jumps everywhere, anywhere. Like when I was out walking, I just stop and like try to do 360. Obviously it's like way easier off your skates, but if you start learning off your skates, you teach your body what the motion is, and so that when you're on your skates, it's not as crazy and foreign of a movement to do. So I just started practicing on my feet in my house. So that's what we're going to do now. Just woo! And when I started doing 360s, I noticed there would be a lot of motion that would throw me off. So my landing, I would always just be like, you know, keep spinning. I'm going to try and like not do them right now for you. And there was just a lot of this like stepping forward. A tip that I got that was really helpful in stopping that motion was about what I was doing with my arms. So you saw there that when I did the fail one, I kind of just charged like this and then swung my arms around. This creates a motion that kind of will just throw you off. You will just kind of keep going and you won't be able to continue skating on a straight line. So the first tip that I got that really helped was from Indiana Jones, and that was about keeping a parallel motion. That makes a huge difference. So basically, the way you want to turn, so I turn to my right most of the time, that's the arm that you put forward. So I put my right arm forward, my left arm back, and the motion I want to do when I turn is to pull my arms down and up towards the shoulder in the direction which I'm turning in. So it's arms up, parallel, and then down, back towards the shoulder that you're turning to. This creates just like a parallel line of energy, which means that you turn and end up on a straight line again, instead of going like this, and you just continue. So, I'm going to show you, arms out, down. And this is where you want to get to. You want to be able to, before you go and try it on your skates, do 360 and land just like, duh. No movement forward, no swaying. And when you get that, it's going to be so much easier for you to do it on skates. So that's what we can all do now when we're stuck at home in quarantine. 360, okay? Up, back, down. And also, obviously, because it's a jump, you want to think about your knees and your feet. It really helps getting a good bend in to kind of charge the jump before. So when you pull your arms up, you go down with your knees and then pull backwards, or like turn around. Okay? So when you've got your 360 down pretty stable, excuse my dog passing, that's when you want to start adjust your foot stands to where you're going to be when you're roller skating. So basically you want to put your lead foot forward as you have your lead foot when you're skating, and do the exact same thing. Just do a 360 on flat with shoes or socks, whatever, no skates, And just do that and try to see if you can land with your lead foot forward again, okay? Did it! Yay! Do you want to help? You want to help? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to show you from the side. I've got my right leg forward because that's what I've got when I'm skating. And then I just do the same thing. So lead foot forward, arms up, bent legs, and jump. Perfect! This is what you want to get at. And when you feel stable with that, time to put your skates on. That's for part 2. Woo. So, time to do it with skates on. So I hope you've got patient neighbors because it's going to be a lot of banging. And also, just because you're indoors doesn't mean you shouldn't wear a helmet. Protect your head. Yeah, let's do it. So obviously, the skates put a bit of challenge on it by them just being really heavy. I mean, at least I've got jack boots. They weigh 2 kilos per foot. So that's going to be a little bit of extra power to get the twist around, but we'll be able to do it. So we apply the same technique, and we start, when you've got your skates on, we start standing still. So what I did, which I can't show you right now, but what I did when I first started doing it with my skates on, is I did it on the lawn outside, just on the grass, because then you know you'll land soft and you won't feel too scared, too frightened. So that's a tip for you when you start doing it with your skates. If you can go outside, just start doing it standing still on the grass. So we're going to do the exact same thing here. And we've got our lead foot a little bit forward, and then we just try and apply the exact same techniques. When your arms go up, your knees go down, and then you charge, taking your hands towards your shoulder in the direction that you're turning, okay? Once you feel comfortable with that, you want to start trying to do the 360 while you're rolling a little bit. When you move from standing still to doing it rolling, just start by rolling really slowly, okay? So something that can happen with 360s is that you feel like, yes, I've got it going, it's working, you're spinning, and then bam, all of a sudden it's not working anymore. And that's kind of because if we shift a tiny thing in what we're doing, maybe we're like not putting in as much power, or maybe we're just leaning a little bit one way. It can be something really small, and that will kind of throw you off a lot. So don't get discouraged if all of a sudden it feels like you've just lost it. I promise you haven't lost it. I still get that, and I probably will for a long time forward. But when you do get it, it feels awesome, so keep working. I try to remind myself when I start to feel like, oh, I'm not turning the whole way around, I'm getting wobbly, I try to just get back to really like power in your chest and your core, like you're turning with your chest and you're getting your hips to follow. So like power in your turn, really, and just kind of thinking that you want it to be sharp movement, like, you know? And when you've started doing it rolling, you just want to keep doing that, and you'll get to a point where you feel like you can roll a little bit faster, and that's a lot of fun. This is a great thing for you to be working on while you're at home and stuck and really want to skate. 360s are for everyone. I hope I gave you guys some good advice and tips that will help you on your journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm really excited about this, and I'm really excited to check in with myself in like 6 months' time to see where my 360s are at then, because There's still a lot of work for me, and it's so much fun. So spread that skate love. Mwah.